Happy Sunday morning, everybody. It is Sunday, January the 26th, 2025. Hope you've had a fantastic week. Yes, we are coming from a new location this morning. I told you back at the beginning of January that sometime this month I would be temporarily moving. I personally have not changed churches, so don't get excited, the Methodist folks. I am, for the next couple of months anyway, broadcasting from Story Memorial Presbyterian Church here on Shady Lane in Marion. And I'm so thankful to Carol Wilson and the folks here at the church for allowing us to come in to do the program each week while my piano at the Methodist Church is being rebuilt. Just like a lot of us are having to get new joints put in and different things as we get older. Well, the piano needed a little upkeep too, because it's 60 plus years old. So I'm getting new strings, new pin block, and all new pins put in it. So it's going to be gone for a little while. But we are so thankful for this church providing us the place to be. I do want to say a special good morning, Pastor Dennis Pitts. Look forward to seeing you tonight in service. And also some of the comments from YouTube. Witness 63, I don't know who you are, but welcome. Glad to see that you are singing along on a lot. Also, Richard Driver, thank you for your comments. Now, if you remember the end of the program last Sunday, I said that I was going to do all Redback hymnal stuff this time. And so the YouTube listeners jumped right on that and started sending in their requests. They filled up all the slots just about. I've got just a few that I'm carrying over that were last week's requests that are not in the Redback. If you do have a Redback hymnal at your house, which if you're saying, what's he talking about, Redback hymnal? It's called the church hymnal. It's commonly referred to as the Redback. This is what we're going to use today. And I'm actually going to call out page numbers because some of you asked, could I possibly call those out? Because you want to sing along. You're also trying to learn these. So while I'm finishing up my talking, if you've got one handy, go ahead and turn to page 94. And I thought this is very appropriate since I'm in a new location, starting a new little venture here. I'm in a new world. So I hope you enjoy. Next up will be page 306, the Old Gospel Ship. Blaine, I am glad that you finally got back into Facebook. Sorry about all the troubles you had. Those of you that get hacked, it can be a real headache. And Blaine, welcome back on, so you're not having to use your wife's page today. All right, so next up, like I said, page 306, the Old Gospel Ship. I'm sure by now you've figured out that there's a lot different sound in the sanctuary here. You're not getting all the echo that we have at the Methodist Church. The difference is there's a lot of carpet in here and it's a lot smaller space. And so I'm enjoying the sound. I hope you are. Next up, let's turn to page 230. Let's do a song called Deeper, Deeper. Now the next one is not in the Redback hymnal, but it's a beautiful, beautiful hymn, one of my many favorites, and it's called He Hideth My Soul. Next up is page 265, Love Lifted Me. And I'm going to try to do it a little more of a sing-along style rather than just some of the ways I do it sometimes. So 265, Love Lifted Me. one's a lot of fun. Next up, another one that's not in the Redback hymnal, but it was requested. Francis Collins requested Love Lifted Me. Betty Vincent, thank you for this one. Sheltered in the Arms of God. Next up, let's get back into the hymnal. Page 20, He's My King. This one's a lot of fun. Now, if you're not familiar with the Redback hymnal, which this is the hymnal that I was raised on, as many of you, but I know that this is a very multi-denominational audience that watches this program. So many of you have not heard these, but maybe you've heard them if you listen to some of the Southern Gospel quartets, especially the old ones, the Blackwood Brothers, and people of that generation. They sang a lot of these, and these are wonderful quartet songs, many of them, especially the one I just did. They've got so many different parts, each person singing something totally different, usually when you get to the chorus. So they're lots of fun to sing. Next up it's page 10, Meeting in the Air, and then I'm going to go into I'll Fly Away. So Beryl from Scotland, I hope you enjoy your request. and a lot of fun. Now I've got to slow it down to catch my breath a little bit and to keep my hands from completely wearing out because these songs can get very strenuous to play. Rebecca Jones, thank you so much. I won't share all the comments that you shared with me on YouTube, but thank you as a new listener, and I appreciate the things you said so much, and I appreciate you having being on part of the program now. So you requested it as well. Amen. It is well with my soul. I hope it's well with yours. If it isn't, what better day than today to make things right between you and the precious Lord above. All right, now one thing about the Redback hymnal, a lot of these songs are written really high. So the sopranos, you have to be a really, really strong high soprano to sing a lot of these. But we know that a lot of the choir directors and the choirs themselves, they just can't sing that high. So we have to be really proficient at transposing these songs. A lot of them we do by ear because we do it on spur of the moment, which I've told you about that some in the past. Well, the next two that I'm going to put together, the choir director that requested these is an alto. So I told her that I would put these down into the keys that she can sing. And so it's page 113, and then we're going to page 235. Glory to his name, and he set me free. And Carrie, I hope you'll be singing along. one. I've never played He Set Me Free in D flat before, so that was challenging. Okay, so next up, page 310. And I'm going to use the music on this one just because I don't do it very often. And this one is called That Glad Reunion Day. So next up, we're going to do page 70, and it's called Well Done, My Child. Oh, what the memories I've got of this one with the choir at South Lenore Church of God singing this one, because we had such a tremendous men's section, and then the ladies were just as strong, and it was a very equally balanced choir, and the chorus of this one really gives each group their own opportunity to shine. So I hope you enjoy Well Done, My Child. Amen. A little congestion this morning. Next up is page 409 towards the back of the book, and it's called Farther Along. The words of that song are so true because we go through a lot of things here in life, and that's just what life is all about. Hills and valleys, trials, tribulations, and how do we handle them? How do we cope? And we don't understand why are we going through the things that we're going through right now. God knows, and we have to keep our faith and our trust in Him. And the chorus to this song says, farther along, we'll know all about it. Farther along, we'll understand why. Cheer up, my brother. Live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. All right, so I've got 2 to go. And when we don't understand things, why is life going the way that it is? Where could I go but to the Lord? Page 345. Where could I go? So we're down to the last number in the program today, and it's page 223, When the Home Gates Swing Open. And this, so many memories flood my soul when I think of this song, just from the way that the choir used to do this one. This is one of my favorites in the book, and I hope it's one of yours. And so I'm also going to go into When We All Get to Heaven, because what Redback Hymnal program would not be complete without When We All Get to Heaven. So I hope you enjoy. hope you've enjoyed today's program. I hope it's brought back a lot of wonderful, fun memories for you. Hopefully you've learned some new songs today. If you're new to the program, welcome. I do this every Sunday morning. I go live at 7:45 a.m. Eastern time in the United States, because who knows where this program goes. So far to date, I have counted 37 different countries that I've gotten responses from, and to God be the glory for that. Who would have ever thought that I never leave Marion, North Carolina, but yet I've traveled the world? To God be the glory. Thank you. If it's Sunday morning, be sure and get out and go to church. If you don't have a home church and you're in the Marion area, Story Memorial Presbyterian here on Shady Lane would be very glad to have you come join them, as would any of our churches here. So have a fantastic week. Lord's willing, I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.